All right. Yes. All right. We're waiting for Miss Shiro on Miss Timothy as well. Tonight we're talking about the contribution of this lady. What's her name? Miss Teresia Njeri. We're here to talk about her contribution and what are what is needed and who is in charge of all this. So joining us tonight is Miss Shiro and Mr. Timothy. I'm just waiting for them to join us so we can proceed. In the meantime, as we do that, always remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll leave you with some music as well. See what we are all Mr. Timothy and Miss Shiro, come down here. Please click on the link and join us in the studio so we can finish up all this. I don't have much time. Right. Mr. Timothy, ka unaniona, Miss Shiro, just click on the link. So we can do all this. I'm trying to get the correct name of this lady. Miss Njeri. Yeah, we're here to do, we actually need to get some more light from these two guys, the ones responsible, the ones in charge of this lady's contributions. So we want to know exactly what is needed and how can we do this. We are not able to stream on our FB group because my handle is blocked from going live. So still have some some 5 days before I can stream some videos online on my Facebook handle. So as we wait to hear from the two guys, I got a message here asking us to do some contribution for this lady called Teresia Njeri. Teresia Njeri needs a medical appeal of about 900,000. I don't have much information in regards to this, and that's why I invited the two so they can give us information on how to go about it. So Shiro, kama unanisikia, Mr. Timothy pia kama unanisikia, I already sent you the link. Just click on the link. We are already 5 minutes late, so I will appreciate if you try to catch up with me so we can finish this on time. Miss Teresia Njeri, as you do that, I'm just trying to do my settings here in studio. Right. Where's our music? We have our own music here, created by Mkunaji himself. All right, let's see. Shiro and Timothy, please. Alimko, you're already 5 minutes late. I'm waiting for you. I already sent you the link. I told you by the time I was telling you I was ready, I expected to see you here. So 6 minutes zimeisha, bado nawangoja. Mnafanya nini? Kindly communicate kama kupata your link. If you are having any trouble connecting, just let me know. Miss Shiro, I'm waiting for you. Mr. Timothy, we want to hear from both of you. And I am ready from my end. I'm just waiting for two of you guys to join me here and we'll finish it up. As we wait for these guys, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. We do also have our website, which is www.kidsasa.com. Please go follow the blog and see what we have on that website. We have a lot of information for you, which is useful. And as you do that, we are waiting for our two guys here. I don't know where they are. Wameniacha najiongelesha hapa. Shiro, if you can hear me, if you can see me, I sent you the link already. I'm just waiting for you. Let me know if you're able to join or not. Let me look for you. All right. Shiro may confirm she'll be here with us shortly. So Shiro, click on the link now to join our studio. It's very easy. It's very easy. It's very normal. It's very basic. You should not be having any issue with this thing. Timothy pia kama umepata link ya yes, I think I shared the link. All right, I can see Shiro here. Shiro finally is here. Finally, Shiro is here. Shiro, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you check on your volume?
You can hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but there's a little bit of echo. Shiro, unanisikia? I don't know where are you hiding because mi nasikia echo na unaongelelea mbali. I just tried to settle down because when I moved, that's why maybe I'm not able to hear you.
Unanisikia?
Umesettle?
Nimesettle.
Sasa nakusikia.
Okay.
How's your evening?
My evening is good.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are late by 10 minutes already, so I'm not gonna waste a lot of time maybe explaining or asking you very many questions. What Kenyans want to know is what is happening and what should we know?
Okay. I hope Timothy is also joining. He told me he just arrived. and he's going to join.
Okay, yeah,
So
I can see him. Yeah, he's here with us.
yeah, he's there now. Yeah. Maybe first of all, Timothy can tell us about the story, because for me, I joined, I think last week on Thursday. Last week, but one, or last week, when it was posted by someone from Kenya, that is when I came to know about the story. So Timothy, because he is a church member, he knew the whole thing. Maybe first of all he can tell us, and then now we can continue.
Mr. Timothy, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, sir.
How's the day?
Yeah, everything is fine, and sorry I've been late. Just came from my duty now,
No worries,
but
sir.
better late than never. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we want to hear from you what is happening, because as like Shiro, she also doesn't have much information as to what we are here. So Kenyans want to hear from you what is happening and how can they. Shiro,
Okay,
please.
my name yeah.
Now I'm settled.
Okay, my name's Timothy Joroge Orosiokimo. So about our sister Teresia Njeri, she came here on visit visa, and when she was searching for a job, she got sick around May. And when she got sick, she was last to hospital. I think it was date 27 of May this year. And when she was taken to hospital, she was unconscious. When she reached the
Okay.
hospital, she was diagnosed with TB,
Okay.
brain TB. And she has been in the hospital since May, in the ICU. And for within the last 2 weeks, that's when she was discharged from the ICU, and she was taken to ward number 9 in Rashid Hospital. At least for now, she has improved. She is responding. She is trying to talk. If you ask her, like, do you want to go home? You can hear her say yes, yes. She is responding. We thank God for the improvement. So we have been visiting her in the hospital, and we had planned for parents to come here. We started a group WhatsApp for the committee members, and we arranged on how the parents, her mom, to come. But later, we decided, Shiro being one of them, she encouraged us, it's better for Njeri to go back home, because the treatment she is getting here in Rashid Hospital, they are going not to add anything. Just the way they are giving just the medicine they are giving is the same way she'll get in Kenya. So we decided it's better for her to continue the treatment in Kenya, where her parents will take care of her. Also because the parents, they are also in big stress, because they are just hearing how their daughter is doing. But we found it's better for the entire family to be with her in Kenya. And that's why we came up with the processing of the document. That one Shiro will explain, because she's the one who is handling the documentation process. And so it's better suggestion, because even mom to come here, it will be tricky. And because the doctors have agreed and declared she is fit to travel back home, we found it is the best solution for us. And we hope she's going to be better within the shortest time possible. And that's why we decided to come up with this fundraising, because we need money to take her back home. Shiro also will explain that budget, because she knows about it, because she's the one who has all the details about the budget. And we met with the committee members, and they decided it's better we use my account and my M-Pesa number, because our sister didn't have any Emirate ID where we can open the bank account and deposit the money there. So the WhatsApp group consists of our church leaders and our pastors. So it was in agreement. And as per now, we are moving on well. And we hope soon, within short time, we will be able to send our sister back home. And
All right, thank you very much.
Also, back home, I think that one Shiro will explain about the hospital back home.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Timothy. Shiro.
Okay, yes.
I'll be very brief with you. I want to know how much is needed, how much has been raised so far, and apart from contributions from Kenyans, how are you expecting to raise 900,000?
Okay. So far, Mr. Timothy is the one who can give us information regarding the contribution. So far, he's the one who is updating us as the finance committee. He's the one who is giving us the update. For me, maybe I can give the whole preview of the whole situation, how we are taking it and what we are expecting. And we are really prayerful to God to be able to send her back home.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I came to learn about this story on 4th of November through a post from Evangelist Nungari. And when she posted, and I saw that this lady was in Dubai, I inboxed her and asked her, you have said you need help from Kenyans in Dubai. What do you need? And she told me the lady is called Teresia Njeri'S, and she's in Rashid Hospital. Maybe you can go there if you're free and find out what is the situation. And so what I did, I went, the following day was on a Friday, I went to the hospital and I went and saw Njeri, but I couldn't go to the management or learn anything about her because I didn't meet anyone. But the nurses told me, what you can do, sister, you can come on a Sunday. On Sunday, you can come and go to the case management team and they're going to give you all the information. So on Sunday morning, I went there and I went to the case management team, and that's when they gave me the whole preview of the story, how she joined the hospital, and they gave me two numbers of two Kenyans who were registered in hospital, who knew her. And from there, that's when they asked me, do you think you are going to help in this situation, how we can take her home? Because the hospital told me what they really want is for her to go home to be taken care of by someone who is very close. Because like here in UAE, in Dubai, in hospital, all of us, we will go and visit her. We are friends. You just go and visit her and go and leave. But at home, the care is going to be more better. And so I asked them, so what are you suggesting? And that's when one of the ladies told me, what we need, can you help us? Maybe through your consulate or through your friends, you can get in touch with them and see how we are going to take her home. I asked them, okay, what do you need? So they told me the documents they needed for this. And one of the documents was the medical report. The church committee, they had already applied for the medical report, but nobody had collected it. So they gave me copies, first of all, but they told me for the original, you have to come with the lady who paid for it and you collect it. And then after you collect the medical report, that's now when you can go ahead and find out from your consulate, find out from Emirates how she's going to go, find every detail. So I sat down with my notebook and wrote all the places I was supposed to go, to the consulate, to the airport, to the immigration, to the doctor, to the main doctor who was with her, and sit with each and every person. And that's what I did. And after moving around up and down, I was able to have a whole report of what she's requiring. And I was told she has to go with someone. In the beginning, they said someone can accompany her. But when I went to Emirates told me maybe she can come with someone, but when she's boarding the flight, if our doctors suggest that we need a nurse, you have to provide immediately. And which is going to be very tricky because this person will need a visa, COVID test, all those things. You can't do them abruptly. So it's better you get a nurse on time. And so I went back to the hospital. I inquired about the nurse. They gave me the quotation for the nurse. They also, and then after that, I filled there are forms that we filled. The form that I took for Emirates, I had to take it to the main doctor to fill it, to give all the requirements that are needed. And then they told me the most important thing, they need an acceptance letter from a Kenyan hospital, whereby after she arrives at the airport, there will be an ambulance and a doctor where she will be taken at least for a week for observation for some time. And so I asked for the contacts of the parents. I was given the contact and I told them what we need here. This is what we need. And they went to the hospitals, and it was very tricky and hard. And we found a way, but through God's grace, we found a way, and we found a hospital where she will go, and the ambulance that will receive her. And then after that, I went to the consulate. When I went to the consulate, I went with all my documents. But when I went to the consulate, we sat down and I was given 2 suggestions, and I went for one, and this is the one to be accompanied by the nurse. And I called the parents and I asked them, how do you feel about this situation? Are you fine with it? And they told me it is okay. And so there is a requirement also. It is not just by a word of mouth. It is something that has to be through the taking an oath and attestation with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's a process. And so I did all this process. I was up and down here and there, and finally we got everything in place. And regarding the budget, I went to the Emirates and I was given the cost of the stretcher, the cost of the nurse ticket, and then with the nurse fee and everything, all this. So we combined the whole thing together, and I represented it to the committee, and everyone was okay with it. And that's how now we concluded now what we need to do, because even we tried to go to the banks. I remember we were coordinating with Joe, and we tried to see if we can open a bank account for her. It was very hard and all that. So at the end of it all, we concluded, let's go this way, and that's how far we have come. That's why yesterday I was able to post, because as per the law or the consulate, I wouldn't have posted without all the information. We needed to have all the information together for us to be able to have that post in place.
All right, let me cut you short. With all this documentation, at the I want to know, at the consulate or at the embassy, were you just going there for documentation, or you also asked for some assistance in terms of finance?
Okay, when I went there and I represented my case, it's so unfortunate. I was told that the consulate doesn't assist financially. So this is like that. So for me, what I did, I compiled all the documents they needed. That's what I followed up on. I went to immigration to follow up on, because she was on a visit visa and it was already expired. So there are so many details I followed up and compiled everything. But for assistant, I don't know.
Mr. Timothy,
Yes, sir.
if you can furnish us with the figures, how are you expecting to raise 900,000 or rather 30,000 dirhams? And so far, how much have you received? And also, how are you going to know the amount is for contribution and not for your like not for your personal use? How are you going to separate the two? Like how are you going to know this money is for contribution? Because as far as I know, not everyone is going to text you, and some of us don't like when we do contribution. We don't like to do a follow up. We just contribute and forget. Like we don't like to. We like to be unknown, or to remain anonymous when we do this kind of things. So how are you going to take care of all this?
Okay, thank you very much. What I know, Kenyans are people of goodwill, and we have been doing a lot of fundraising for some people, our brother and sister who have left us and gone to the Lord to be the Lord. And we have managed so many cases to raise even between 15 to 25,000 dirhams for someone who has gone to be the Lord. So I'm trusting God. Our Njeri is alive. If we can do 20,000 to send a body back to Kenya, I'm sure for someone who is alive, we'll do double or triple of that, because we serve a living God that I know it will be possible. And I will urge all Kenyans and people of goodwill just to motivate their friends, their brothers and sisters. If you can include in your circle 5 of your friends, and here we are almost like 60,000 Kenyans, that will be almost like 300,000 people. And that is nothing for us. So I'm sure we are going to make it. And I always say, with God, nothing is impossible. You have done before, and we will do it now. Yeah, currently we started this contribution 4 days ago. But for the zero, he posted yesterday. But in WhatsApp, we had started to distribute the flyer. It was on date 14. And as per now, we have managed to get 84,816 Kenya shillings as per now. And in dirhams, we have 1,900 dirhams. And
1,900 dirhams.
dirhams as per now. 84,816,000 Kenya shillings. So regarding how to separate this amount with my personal cash, M-Pesa, before I had some cash, but I made sure I cleared everything in my M-Pesa account. So my M-Pesa account remained zero. So all the money I know in my account for M-Pesa is for Njeri. The same I did in my DIB account.
How about
DIB account, yeah.
okay?
Yeah, in my DIB account
Go
also,
ahead.
I made it zero. So I cleared everything. So everything is for Njeri in my DIB and in my M-Pesa. And after we finish all this, I'll just print some statements of account, which will show everything included in those accounts.
Back to Shiro. Shiro, kama unaweza kuja mbele ya camera so we can see you. We can't see you clearly.
Okay. Okay. Iko sawa?
Oh, all right. Go ahead. What do you want Kenyans to know more about this story?
Okay, what ningependa watu wajue ni kuwa Teresia Njeri, she's just a young girl. She's a 24-year-old girl. And I talked to her family. I've been speaking to her family. I wouldn't say that they are well up. And my plea would be for Kenyans, she's our sister. Let us be her keeper. Let us willingly give towards this. And I know she will go home and she will be well. And also God will bless us. And that's why when I
All right.
saw this incident, let me just say this. When I saw this incident, it's not that I have too much time to run, to move around and what, but I just saw it and put myself in her shoes. And in such a situation, maybe like for me, I have a teenage daughter, maybe she travels somewhere and something like that happens. That's why I gave out my time, all my time, and I had to run all the errands for her and make sure to the last day she will travel home. Yeah.
So, who is going to take care of her back home in the hospital? Like, do you have other plans ama ni mkishamaliza akishatoka Dubai that's it? Hii pesa
No.
yote is it going to cater for her both in Dubai and back home ama akishafika Kenya and that's it?
Okay, what I would say according to the budget, especially with the flight and everything, it's subject to change, but even within our budget, I'm sure when we reach our target, I'm sure something will be left and still we cannot leave her like that. She will be taken good care of even back at home. That's what I believe.
Mr. Timothy.
Yes, sir.
When is she supposed to be back home? Like, hii pesa inahitajika kwa muda gani?
So our wish is hii pesa ipatikane as soon as possible. Because the more she stays there in the hospital and the ward she has been kept now is not so secure because they call it infectious ward. You can contact any kind of disease there. So I'd urge Kenyans just to do a haste and let us make it as soon as possible, and God will help us in that.
Okay, can I add on to that?
Go ahead.
Can I add on to that? Today I received a call from the hospital, and even I came to realize today, those forms that we have filled, like the one for hospital, the one for Emirates, there is this form that is called the MEDIF form. This form for the one for fitness to travel, and even the one for the nurse, the quotation they gave me, they have a duration. That's what they called and told me. We need to be very fast because once they expire, they might change. So I was called and told that we should be as fast as we can because I told them we are trying to raise the funds. So they said we should try our best to make it very fast so that once the ticket is booked, that is when other process now will go on. but without the ticket, like now, because even if we had the money to pay for the nurse, for the visa and application and all that, still the ticket is the main thing here. So for me, I would request Kenyans, if we are able to do this thing very fast, it will be better, and it will also be better for her.
Since you're the one doing the paperwork, do you have the nurse ready, or the someone to accompany this lady, Teresia?
Yes, we have already.
Is the nurse Kenyan?
No, she's not. She's not a Kenyan. The hospital is the one that is providing the nurse, and actually, they told me she will be accompanied by an Indian. So it is someone from the hospital. That's why they have to cater the fees that we are paying. It is catering for the cost of the visa, COVID test, and the nurse will go and come back. So it's not a Kenyan nurse. And this is a
So
nurse who knows the situation.
Okay, all right. Who is going to take care of her getting back to Dubai? Because this is what I know. For her to get back to Dubai, she'll have to do all this approval and stuff. So is she aware of this?
Who, the nurse?
Yes. And also,
Yes.
are you going to cater for her accommodation and everything? And for how long?
Okay. Okay, from what I understood from the hospital, what they told me, that particular department told me that they will talk with Emirates. The nurse is going, the moment we pay the 4,000, the fees that we are supposed to pay for the nurse, that one is inclusive of everything, and they know how they coordinate with Emirates, when they're taking someone to their countries. There is a certain coordination that is normally there with the airline, so that when she reaches in our country, she will be able to come back. There is a certain coordination that they are doing. That's what they told me. They told me we shouldn't worry about that. It is already catered for.
So my question is, are you that amount, is it the same amount that she's going to spend, or are you going to incur extra amount for the time she'll be in Kenya? Or for how long is she going to be there? Or as long as amefikisha mgonjwa nyumbani, then she'll be going back immediately.
Okay,
Is that what you mean?
No, what I mean is that once they arrive at Kenya, in this the form for Emirates, the one the doctor filled, the EDF form, that form, it states that there is an ambulance that will be waiting for her. So we have already given out the number of the ambulance and the number of the hospital, the doctor that is going to receive her. So once they land, this nurse from Dubai immediately will be relieved after the other doctor takes over and the ambulance, and they sign out. So the nurse now will be with Emirates. She's supposed to come the same day. That's what they told me.
Mr. Timothy.
Yes, sir.
Hii pesa yote umereceive.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
The cash you are receiving in terms of an M-Pesa, how are you going to convert it to dirhams, or how are you going to handle it, or how are you going to pay the amount in your M-Pesa?
Yeah, the M-Pesa, we will convert it into dirhams. Like last time we had such incidents of our late sister Elizabeth. So
Yes.
the Dahab seal, they offered us a good rate, and we went there and we changed the M-Pesa into dirhams.
Okay.
But this one will depend with the committee agreement, what they will decide.
All right. As far as I understand, it is you have I don't know, it's a church member or whatever, right? Are we also getting a support from the church?
Yeah, currently, as you know now, the church gathering is restricted. Currently, we are contributing personally, but in the meantime, the pastor will give us a feedback. He will liaise with the church management and see whether they can lift us with something else. But currently, we are doing it individually.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. What any other information do you want Kenyans to know in regards to this?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
urge all Kenyans and people of goodwill that this can happen to anyone, anywhere. So you should take this case like Njeri is your sister, Njeri is your daughter, and anything, whatever you have, whatever small it is, it will make a big difference. So don't feel that I have a very little to say. Just said the way it is. It will make a big difference to our sister Njeri. And that's something you call it small. God will remember it in your time of need. So let it take it like she is our own sister, our own daughter, and we shall overcome.
Shiro.
Okay, what I would like to say is I'm very grateful for all those people who have been contributing, and also the people who gathered on this issue, who joined together on this issue. I'm very grateful to them. I would say it's a good thing, and also to the consulate, even the guidance when I went there, even if even if someone doesn't give you any financial support, but they guide you on this or that, and they also had time to listen to me. They had time to sit down with me. We sat down and we talked, discussed, and they gave me some directions. I'm also very grateful to them. And all I would ask every brother and sister in this UAE, even for those who are in Kenya through the M-Pesa, we give the little we will give, we'll be able to take her home.
All right, asanteni sana, and I hope we are going to push for this so Teresia anaweza saidika. I can see. All right, Lynette is asking about M-Pesa number. Make up M-Pesa number. Just Timothy, if you can tell us the M-Pesa number, maybe naweza kuwa nimeandika wrongly. Just tell us the M-Pesa number and the account, the bank account name and the number.
Yeah, my M-Pesa number is 0724822994 under the names of Timothy Njoroge. And the bank account is Dubai Islamic Bank. I have to check the number.
I
but
think
the
I
same
can
name,
stream the
Timothy
number.
Njoroge.
Yeah, just cross check. I think I have the number here. If you can see on the screen, cross check if that's the correct number. It's
Yes.
running over there on the screen. Bank account name is Timothy Njoroge. Account number is 07552004981461. I think that's the correct account number. I took it from what Shiro sent me, and I hope it's the accurate one. And I just want to run the person number as well. Timothy, cross check if that's the correct number on the screen there. The person number 0724822294. Timothy Njoroge. Ni hivyo?
Yeah, iko sawa.
All right. Asanteni sana.
Okay.
Thank you very much once again for coming back to Kid Gulf Sasa. Whenever you need anything, just let me know and I'll create time for both of you. So, Ms. Shiro, thank you very much for your support. You're doing a good job. Tawe Timothy, keep up. And we are here to support one another. Sinivo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the time.
All right.
Yeah, Nivo,
All right.
asante sana.
All right. Have a nice
Yeah, God
evening.
bless you.
God bless you too.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, good night. Okay, see.
Good night, brother.